Hi guys, this is Ari. Today we're going to talk about Lisa Kleypas series, which is the Travis's series. It's 4 books in this particular series. It's one of her modern day romance series. Now she does historical as well, but for this one, it's modern day. So let's start with the first book, Sugar Daddy. Sugar Daddy is a story about Liberty and Gage, how they meet, fall in love, and it just takes you on a journey of Liberty growing up, her struggles. Now, Lisa Kleypas delves into a lot of hard issues that a lot of people wouldn't go into, but I find it makes her books more relatable because she does talk about things that most people they do not. So mainly in these 4 books, it talks about abandonment issues, narcissism, abuse. So literally, it kind of covers the spectrum of a lot of different issues. Again, that a lot of people don't talk about. And also brings me to the next book, Blue Eyed Devil, and this would be Hardy's and Haven's book. So Haven is the sister of Gage, and this book is mainly about Haven and things she has gone through, and the role she is put in. And a lot of women are put into a certain role, and they're not allowed to kind of find their own path. So this book is one of my favorites. Now, out of this whole series, this 4 part series, Smooth Talking Stranger is the one I read the most. I had to have read this book at least 12 times. Enjoyed it immensely. This is a book about Jack and Ella. It focuses mainly on Ella. Again, Lisa Kleypas does not shy away from certain issues. And I love the wording in this book. This book is uber funny. So if you have a chance to read it, please do so. You will not regret it. And also the last book, let me get into that one, is about Joe and Avery. Now, Joe and Jack. Jack is in Smooth Talking Stranger. Joe and Jack is the brother. They're the brothers of Gage. Of course, their sister is Haven. So this is their series. So Joe and Avery, this book was actually the last one. And unfortunately, I probably read about 3 or 4 chapters of this book. Didn't find it to be a turn pager for me. It wasn't as easy, or it wasn't as easy to kind of get into. It didn't capture my attention the way the others did, or the way most of her writings do, which leads me to the point where I really believe she had a ghostwriter for this book, because it's nothing like her other books. I've tried to pick it up a couple of times to read it, but it just doesn't grab me like the other ones do. And again, I have multiple of her books, and her books really grab you, suck you in, and you're in that story. This one, not so much. So, but the other 3, I adored immensely. Now, someone may like Brown Eyed Girl, but unfortunately, it just wasn't my cup of tea. But with Lisa Kleypas writing, she does it with such finesse. She writes just beautiful stories. And I hope that if you haven't read it, that you'll decide to pick it up and consider reading it. I tend to not read any books in order, but this particular series I actually did. Just a coincidence. But if you want to start off with just the one I think is the best, which is the 3rd book in this series, which is Smooth Talking Stranger, I'd advise that, because once you jump into this particular story, you'll want to read the other stories because it is just that good. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned with Brown Eyed Girl, I do believe because it was so different than her other books, I really believe she had a ghostwriter because I couldn't see her writing this book like this unless she was potentially maybe rushed for time, but it just didn't feel like her writing. So that's why I suspect, no confirmation obviously, but I suspect she had a ghostwriter. Now, with that being said, again, beautiful writer. So that is the end. I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe, thumbs thumbs me up. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And thank you so much for listening. I really, really appreciate it. I'm hoping to get better with time, so please don't judge me too harshly. So that's it. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Bye for now.